Hello, hello. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back, my little gremlins. I am super close to finishing that four-piece commission, four-character commission. Cause like I just started. Thank you for the reminder to save. Hey, Bootsy. So instead of like forcing myself to work on a commission that's really close to being done, but I just don't want to what's the word? I think I think my save freezing and like not knowing if I had saved the commission or if like the file got corrupted just kind of broke me, and I need to take a step away. And that's okay. I have some other things I can work on. I also, that's why I missed streams the last 2 days. I've been trying to dig through video footage and old downloads and things like that, and just clearing out a bunch of unnecessary and unneeded files so that my drives weren't so full that everything was crashing. Those two things appear to correlate. So when my webcam froze and I couldn't save, I'm just like, was it yesterday? Did I try to stream, or was it Tuesday? I got on for like the briefest of moments, and then like my webcam broke and I was just like, I'm not even, I can't. We're not doing this. And so I gotta fix the shit. So now we're back. So this one's looking pretty good. But instead of making myself go crazy, trying to go too hard on this, we're just gonna take a breath. We're gonna let it breathe. Let me turn this down. Yeah. So, you were lurking, then you noticed I ended. Yeah, when I was having stuff still crash, I just didn't even try to get back online because I knew it was just gonna crash on everyone again. Me and you. Nobody is having a good time. And so at least since I was able to solve the issue a different time by clearing up some space, my C drive was full again. So I just had to go through and find unnecessary stuff. So it should be better. And actually, this is fucking hilarious. I love Mama Skuttz. So my birthday's coming up in 10 days. And I was visiting my parents for Memorial Day, which is another thing that kind of fucked up. Or not, Labor Day? The other summer camping one? Labor Day. And I was like, sorry. That was such a hard derp. I'm like, really? But I was visiting for the holiday weekend, and my mom was like, hey, so your birthday's coming up. You know, what do you want for your birthday? And I was like, I don't know. I hate being asked what I want for my birthday. It puts me on the spot. I'm just like, so I've been singing a lot of karaoke and having fun with that lately. So I was just like, I don't know, a karaoke machine? And so Mama Skuttz goes, no, you don't want a karaoke machine. I was like, oh. She goes, you want an external hard drive? And I was like, yes, I do, Mom. You know what? You're right. That's a great one. I would, yes. So, I'm doing some research on getting some extra storage going so that we don't have this continue to happen. Because that's why I was able to fix it. This is not my first rodeo with this. And if I want to keep recording and posting content to YouTube, the main hindrance has been that I have to constantly delete stuff that I haven't had time to finish working on. Like, I'm running out of stuff I can delete that I haven't finished. And if you delete the assets, then, like, I can't finish editing stuff in DaVinci if the file it was pulling from is gone. So, like, I have to kind of keep it going. So, it's, it's probably going to help a ton with making some of the content I've been wanting to make, because I'll actually have a place to put it, essentially, store it. And, yeah. It just cracked me up. Like, what do you want for your birthday? Blank. No, you want this. I'm like, okay, Mama Skuttz did the Jedi mind trick on me, okay. Hey. Followage. For 3 years, 7 months, and 6. That's so fucking long. Holy shit. Wow. Labor Day had just passed. Yeah, yeah. I'm a September baby, so it wasn't the other holiday. These are not the gifts you were looking for. Oh my god, too bad I don't have the hand tracking on right now. Alright, so... This one's a little complicated. Oh my god. Why is this balloon blue? What? I don't know what it did. Shit. Alright, well that's, I guess, not the ones I'm working on, so... Oh shit. Now. It did the ruler on the wrong damn layer. I'm like, what? You're excited? Me too. I've got... it's, hang on, coffee time. So, I guess art is kind of like a lot of things, right? Then again, I'm an artist. So I suppose I'm gonna view a lot of things through comparing it to that. But like when it comes to VTubing and content creating, I feel like I've been doing this for a while, and I understand that success doesn't come overnight and whatever, you know. There's a lot of just trying to figure out like what can I do better. And there's a lot of trying to analyze what successful people are doing compared to what I'm doing, and like what I can try to do to do better and be more in touch with the medium of VTubing for the style of communicating with my community and like the internet at large. Um, it's very interesting, but I realized a lot of other VTubers or people trying to do VTubing are like this. Some of the successful ones are out there being like, "Hey, don't quit your day job." Before I did what I did, I like was doing a different job, and I used that money to fund buying a good model and assets and artwork and all these other things. And it's like, yeah, I started out behind and I'm doing my best. But like, of course, I'm not going to have a top of the line model when I don't have an income that would support me purchasing that, and my time doesn't allot for me to like finish learning and polishing the stuff that I have made. And it doesn't stop me. It just means I really have to pace myself and work on those things in between commissions and such. I've been sitting on some designs for a little while and trying to make sure I know how I feel about them and that I'm happy with them before I share them, because I don't really want feedback. Like there's some things I might ask, this or that, but there's been some redesign and stuff going on where like it's what I want, and for a long time I haven't been able to set aside the time and the thought. And so the few times that I've been down, like when I sprained my lumbar in, was it July or June? I think it was in July, but I was down for like 2 weeks. And some of the time I could spend drawing, I did spend online working. But when I just wanted to do like little bursts and like not tax my back too much, but still try to do something that felt productive, I sat with my sketchbook and I'd sit up or I'd lay on the couch in a way where I could draw for a little bit and then I would lay back down, which isn't like that pace isn't really good for streaming anyways. So it's not really something I can or would want to do online because like I'm taking long breaks in between. But those long breaks gave me a lot of time to sit and think about what I was drawing and what I was working on. And so I decided to work on some redesigns for Skuttz, because a lot of what I've made has been on the fly and hasn't really had a lot of thought put into it. And it's just been me trying to react and keep up and continue to find ways to share my art and stay relevant with the evolution and then the constant move of the internet. So it's been something. I almost want to do like a donation goal kind of thing for my birthday, and just have it be to afford the time to stop and work on art. To like, I basically have a design now, and it would be freeing up more of the time that I'm spending drawing to actually be able to make a model that I feel like represents me and the way I feel and the way I want to present myself online, because this is great, and I love this. This will always be a step. Uh, and I think I will make other iterations on this model because it's easy to change and add stuff and play with the outfits, and that's a lot harder with 2D models. But I think we'll be seeing some updates, some design updates. Nothing crazy, nothing big. Just I think I've mentioned before, like I don't think Skuttz is a very, she's not bad, right? But there's things where I know from my experience with character design, like you look at me and you're like, art, what about me says artist? And mainly what I do is art, right? So if I present myself as an artist, I'm sitting here looking like this. It's not bad, but there's nothing about my character design that really makes you feel like this person's an artist. Maybe my fancy shirt, but like that, it just, maybe it's my going out to hoe on the dance floor shirt. I don't know. It just, it's like, it's vague. And it's not like I need to do anything major. I contemplated doing some things that were very literal, like adding, I don't know, paintbrushes or like paint blobs. And I decided on some particular things, and I'm pretty happy with it. And I don't have the time to have like a model ready or anything to do a debut by my birthday, but we're gonna show off some other little fun things I've been able to work on. And I'm just gonna keep working towards little steps, little bits. At the end of I basically have like sometimes from like 10 p.m. to midnight if I'm just tired of like work, but I want to draw still. That's been the thing that I give myself like a 2-hour window to work on at night. So I've been clawing at different things, and that's not even every night. That's just like the maximum I kind of allow myself, because I need to be focusing on commission work and stuff too. So boop boop, you're gonna hit the road in 30 hours. You and your sister going to visit family out of state like you did last year. Hell yeah. That's butts out there hoeing on the dance floor. I'm the hoe for the dance floor. Like, I'm a dance floor fluffer. If the dance floor is empty, that's just better. There's more room for me to dance. And inevitably, when I get my ass out there and I throw down my I'm not great at dancing. I just like dancing, okay? And like it's funny because like nobody else wants to be the first person on the dance floor, but not me. I'll start the party. And it's happened multiple times, to the point where my friend was getting married and they were like, all right, so we're gonna like have a little dance floor, and like we're gonna do this and that. And they were worried because there's a lot of shy people and not everybody liked to dance. And so they're like, how are we gonna like deal with people not wanting? I'm like, you're good, don't worry about it. That dance floor is never gonna be empty unless I have to pee or eat. And they're like, really? And I'm like, yes. And I did my best to kind of like go some people in, I'm like, come on. And I'm like, join me. And I got like a couple of friends to dance with me. And like, then I think it was the groom's mom was dancing with me for a little bit. It was like, yeah, we're having a good time. And a different time, I ended up teaching a dance move to the groomsmen. I'm like, what? You don't have this one in your arsenal? And they're like, no. And I was like, okay, you do this and then you do that. It was just funny. I'm like, how do you not know the sprinkler? And I throw in a couple of unserious dance moves every now and then, just so nobody thinks I'm too full of myself. But it's just one of those things where it's like I have a lot of like, without getting into too many whatevers, I just have a lot of physical issues, and so having something like dancing is a lot easier for me physically than say lifting or repetitive strain on my joints, which I used to be able to do. I loved weight training and like trying to build muscle, but my body says, fuck you, you don't get to do that anymore. And I was like, oh, that's bullshit. But I don't get to make the rules, so I work within the limits of what I have. And like swimming and dancing tend to be two activities that are really, hold on, I need a ref photo. Error 404. Thought not found. I forgot what the fuck I was. That's fine. It's all fine. It's all good. We're looking for a ref. I'm gonna find so many AI cherry blossoms. I'm not looking forward to it. It made me stop thinking about everything else. I'm like, God. Ew. All right. Can I remember what the fuck I was talking about? No. Swimming and dancing. Dance floor fluffing. Yes. I have a lot of fun dancing. It's better on my joints. And it's good. It's a good way to move your body. It's good exercise. I actually did a little dancey dance before I sat down. Just like to one song for a little bit. And I did my stretches earlier. I sat down and I was like, man, I just want to. And I put my hand behind my hip and I stuck my leg out and I twisted. Oh, everything from my lumbar down. Like everything in my lumbar was just like, I was like, oh, yeah. Oh, that was so good. And like, I think I maybe popped one of the things from when I fell the other month. So I'm just like, yes, I think I went back in place. I feel a good sitting. So, it's just wild. Bodies are dumb. You play Magic the Gathering a couple times a week, and if you do alright playing Standard tomorrow night, you're gonna get essentially $300 worth of promos for ending first place in the league. Oh, goddamn, that's amazing. That's really cool. I've never, I guess I've never played Magic outside of just casual. I don't even know how good I would do. This is... I don't know. I don't think it's not that I wouldn't care about playing Magic, but like I really want to make a cosplay. I want to go. I don't know what I would cosplay though. Toot, toot, toot. Also, I don't really have money to keep up with like standard, so I tend to just play Commander. Oh god, I went to go hang out at a friend's house, and because if I had, yeah, I swear to God sometimes. So I just was like, man, maybe I should bring my like Magic cards. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. They don't play too much Magic, but like maybe. And I'm like, I have enough decks. I could probably like talk somebody into playing with me if they were interested. You know, if they're like, oh, but I don't have a deck. And I'm like, Catherall? Usually Catherall gets people won over and like down to play. He's fun. And I was like, never mind, I'm not gonna. And someone showed up who was like super into Magic, and they brought a bunch of decks, and they were like, do you want to play? And I was just like, God damn it. I just didn't have the brain cells to play decks I didn't know. So I just helped somebody who was rusty and hadn't played Magic in a minute. He was like, he just barely got some creatures out on the field. And it was a dinosaur-themed deck. And, like, they just, boom, spot removal, blew up his dinosaur. And he's like, oh, man, now I don't have any creatures. And they were like, yeah, sorry, that's how the game goes. And he's like, no, it's fine. It's just like, he's like, what do I do? And so then he gets another creature and he puts it out, and then they blow it up. And he's like, what the fuck? He put out, Zatalpa, so he's indestructible. And then somebody played a card where you target a player and they have to sacrifice a creature. And Zatalpa was the only one out. He's like, you son of a bitch. And I was sitting there like, best boy, no. Zatalpa. This isn't a graveyard deck. If it was Catherall, it would be good. But, so he turns to me and he's like, I don't have any creatures. What the fuck do I do? And I grab his hand and I sort through, and he's got Star of Extinction, and I just hand it to him with that one on top, and I'm like, burn it all to the ground. He's like, yeah, that's what I wanted to do. And I'm like, you have the correct instincts. Do it. Poor Zatalpa. I know. He's just Zatalpa's a pterodactyl. He's just a dino burb. He didn't do anything. Zatalpa is just precious little bean. I don't understand why they got rid of him immediately. That's horseshit. You want to get Zatalpa away immediately. Oh, shit. You remember Memorial Day is in May because they both start with M. That's fair. I remember Labor Day because I kept having to work on my goddamn birthday. I worked a job for a couple of years before I got sick, and I think the first year I got to have my birthday off, and then the following years I couldn't even take PTO for my birthday because it was supposed to be on the weekend or our days off, but I was working 4/10s, and then we had to work overtime, so I didn't put in for a Friday off when I already had Fridays off, and I had to go in and work overtime on my birthday because other people wanted to get OT and nobody else had the like credentials that I did, so I had to go in to babysit. And like 3 years in a row. I can't remember if we had a leap year. Something was fucked, but it was just like, dude, not fair. And now I'm gonna work on my birthday this year because I want to. But anyways, that's always how I was remembering Labor Day, is because I had to work on my goddamn birthday. It's one thing when it's in the middle of the week, you know? But when it's on the weekend, it sucks to not be able to, like, do stuff if other people are available, etc. It's like, god damn it. Hey, everybody, canceling the plans because I gotta work Saturday. Anybody want to do Sunday? Everybody, oh, we already made other plans on Sunday because we made plans to have your birthday on Saturday. And I'm like, I can't even be mad. thanks work, like, utterly destroyed my birthday plans. So just like, I've never been one to be like too angry about like my birthday not going right or whatever. Just the plans being fucked up like that is highly inconvenient. Like other people make different plans and then like have to change because I had to work overtime. It was dumb. But like if I had to work on a Wednesday or whatever, I'd just fucking work on a Wednesday and then celebrate it on the weekend, you know? And drop the... Yeah, pretty much. The deck you run in Standard has a pretty funny card in it. Oh, yeah? Don't talk to you about Commander since your friend group found a place that does professional proxies and your deck started costing 32 apiece. You've made way too many decks. Oh, no. Poor Zatalpa. Yes, we went over that one. Good Skuttz. Poor old 4-8 with keyword soup. Yeah. Zatalpa is... He's one of my favorite cards. Every time I see, like... Every time if I'm gonna make a deck that has white mana in it, somewhere in my brain it goes, can I put the Dino Bird in? Can I put the Dino Bird in? Can I put a bird in it? Skuttz, that's not a bird! Sorry. Oh, being silly over here. Alright, hang on. You have 38 commander decks. Good God. I only have 3. I need to get with the program. Well, actually, that's not true. I do have more than 3. But I have like 2 different power levels, I guess. I've got, I don't know, I would say they're like a 6 or a 7-ish, somewhere. Like, just slightly above, like, they're, like, tuned up precons. And then, I have a couple of decks that I call my idiot decks, because they just do dumb shit based off of whatever I had a bunch of keywords or creatures for, out of a bunch of bulk that a friend gave me when they moved. And I have yo-yo elves where it's Golgari elves and a bunch of like graveyards. So when it goes on the field, it makes elves. And then if it goes in the graveyard, well, boom, play it in from the graveyard into your hand or whatever, get it back on the field, get the thing again, make more elves. And so it's a little slower because it doesn't have any high-powered cards in it, but it's still fun because just when you're like, thank God I got rid of that guy, and they're like, I put him back, and you're like, fuck. It wouldn't hold well to too many board wipes, though, I don't think. These trees are coming out really pretty. Hello, Miles. What? Baxter. Miles the fuck Baxter? The number, the calculations, I'm trying. Miles is fine. Alright, sorry. You only have 2 commander decks. That's a good number. 2 is good. You're able to afford them because the price of like all 38 proxied would be the price of like 1 to 2 of those if they were real. Yeah, depending on what cards you're proxying, for real. You played a game on Sunday with your favorite deck and you kind of accidentally won the game on like turn 5 or 6. Oh god. I mean, like, I think it's fine as long as everybody's on the same page as, like, each other on, like, what power levels, what, like, turn wins you're fine with. Because, like, I don't mind a game that ends on, like, turn 5 or 6. But when I have a game that ends on turn 3 because someone pulled a thing and then tutored and then did some infinite win combo and I sat there for 10 minutes while it happened, I'm kind of over it. Like, I shuffled in and set up and just started to get my deck going just for everything to end. It's like, man, at least by turn 5 or 6, I've kind of started to see if I was going to have a good hand or not, or how stuff was going to go. And I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, you got a good one. But like, if you're honest about what turn you're going to win on and like where your deck power level's at, I think that goes a long way. I think I was playing casual commander with competitive players. So I call it casual competitive because it's definitely different than just playing for fun. There's still a big degree of playing to win. I'm going to cause chaos. What do you think? What do you think I'm going to do? That's not what I do. Like, what do you mean? Like, you're going to do whatever. I'm like, yeah, sure. And I'll fucking politic some wild deal with somebody. And they're like, what the fuck? I'm like, I don't know. I'm going to die anyways. And like, I'm just like, hey, if you'll do this one thing, like, will you do that? Like, it's, or like, I'll play a random card that's like, doesn't really do much to make me win, but like, I like helping somebody else. Like, it's fun to barter and like, be like, hey, oh god, my favorite was when I was playing with somebody who had a mill deck. And I was playing Cathril. And so if they milled anybody, they would get really mad. They're like, oh, come on. Like, not, but like it wasn't beneficial for them. Not like necessarily being bad sports, but like, they were like, ah, fuck, like, I don't want to be milled. And meanwhile, I'm over here waving and I'm like, hey, if you come at me for 2 damage, I promise I won't retaliate. But later, like, you gotta let me hit you for 1 without like being mad, or like I would negotiate some bargain, and after a while it usually worked out to like they would do spot removal on something, but like maybe not target me that turn because I'd help them out. And it's very interesting, especially when you have cards that kind of encourage some of those things. It's like, huh, I will do this if you help me with that. It's teamwork. And then obviously at some point you have to make like a choice, because if you do want to, like, I don't play to not win. I just don't optimize my play to win, I suppose. But like cuz like I'll try wild shit just to see what happens, because I don't want to be bored of the game. I guess that's the same way some people just try building new decks with like trying different, ooh, this one can do this wacky combo and that, my flavor is just seeing what dumb shit I can make the same deck do, because I'm hyper familiar with what cards are in it. So I'm like, ooh, I wonder if I save this one and I run across that guy, if I can do do. And then I do it and I'm like, yeah. And that's okay. I don't have the brain cells to build and learn a bunch of decks. I just have too much else that I'm trying to work on right now. And I tend to stick, like, even on Arena, I tend to stick to the same, like, handful of things. God, you guys want to watch me open a bunch of decks? I don't think I open, or not decks, packs. I never open any of the packs on Arena, so I think I have, like, a bunch of them. I could probably open packs and build a deck. I popped in to see, and one of my fairy decks was like, no, they rotated something out, and I was like, no! So I added something, but I don't know if it's going to be a good enough one. I don't know, though. I haven't had a lot of time for doing those kinds of things. I do like playing Magic, though. I like Arena because I can try different decks, and then, like, oh, I have enough fun with Dimir Fairies that I will probably see if I can build, like, a deck around it, like, either a commander or like a little, I don't know if it's not current standard. What is it? When it's just a 60 card format. I have this back in 52. Lying awake intent and tuning it on you. If I was young, it didn't stop you coming through. Ow, ow. Ooh. Two is the loneliest number. Like, 2-player commander is kind of rough. It's possible, but whoever's deck pops off first is definitely the winner. It's hard to have a comeback. You played a game on Sunday with your favorite deck and you kind of... you'd have to elaborate how the game ended. It involved your favorite red card, which is 8 mana sorcery that basically says everyone shuffle their permanents back in the deck, then reveal that many from their deck and put that... Oh, is that Wheel of Misfortune? Wheel of Fortune? No? That's the really expensive one. Maybe? I don't know. Ooh. It's not... Warp World. There we go. I'll say, I swear someone's played it on me one time. Or was it a different one? No, God, it's been like 5 years. And I've seen so many fucking cards. Miles says, tried making as chaotic a deck as you could a while back. Never got it working, unfortunately. God, one of the most chaotic ones I've seen was it Minsk and Boo? And it won via coin flips, which was completely random. It was just batshit. I was like, okay. Kalzik says, you either... Oh, ad break. Ad break starts in a minute. You know what? I have to use the restroom, so we're going to go ahead and throw the ad break up on Twitch, and I'll be right back in about 5 minutes. I'll see you soon. All right. We have returned. And I've grabbed a pencil. I would like... Yes. There we go. My tablet. Cool. I realized I was hungry, so I had a snack. And chugged some water. Mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Miles said... Okay. Yeah, you... Chaotic deck. Kozak says, either play to maybe try and win or to blow yourself up in a blaze of glory. I'll, you know, I don't care if you play to win. I don't care if you play for chaos. As long as you're not a bad sport. I think that's one. It was funny. I was playing games with friends one time, and there was somebody I had only like kind of met and was like I barely knew. And so they were like, yeah, hey, you know, if you do this, I'll do that. And I'm like, but then you're gonna win the game. And he was like, no, I'm not. And I'm like, but I might win the game if I do what I'm gonna do. And he's like, oh, you don't know that. He's like, but, you know, he's like, but I for sure can take this guy out on my next turn. And I'm like, okay, I understand. I understand what's going on here. And this is his, he was trying to stop me from making a play and make a barter to see if, like, he could try to pull off what he was going to do to win. And I was like, like I knew what kind of deal was being struck, you know? And I was like, no. He's like, come on. I was like, no, I'm good. He's just like, he's like, well, you know, this, I'm like, hey, I've played Magic. I understand politicking. I understand what you're doing right now. I do not agree to the deal. Those terms may lead to you winning the game, and I do not agree to them. You know? And it's like, so I was like, I know this one. I know this one. And sure enough, he ended up having cards that would have let him win, but I did end up winning. I was like, yeah. I knew what was going on here. It wasn't a fun deal. It was a he wanted to win deal. But you can't blame somebody for trying. But the only thing that bugged me was the persistence until I was like, I understand what is at stake here and I'm not buying it. Me losing the game isn't a big enough incentive. It was it was fun, but it was like, okay, yeah, when he understood, I understood, he was like, okay, and he backed down. But, yeah, there's definitely different kinds of ways to play and deals to be had with games sometimes. It's very interesting. But you want to make sure that when you make a deal that it's mutually beneficial. Like I make chaotic deals, but people accept them because somebody's getting something out of it. They're like, it's actually good for me, yeah. Like if I can't win myself, I'm like, I'll give someone else a boost. Give somebody else the threat stick, you know? Make them be the big guy. You've been tempted to build a Yu-Gi-Oh deck, like a Magic Commander deck. I think it would be fun. Only having one of every card sounds like a challenge. I don't actually know how Yu-Gi-Oh works. Wheel of Fortune is everyone discards their hands and draws 7. Oh. Funnily, a card like Wheel of Fortune is key to the story. That's funny. Yeah, I'll try to get Discord fixed here. It's one of those in the works things. I don't think it's at a point where it could maintain an influx of new it's just I just need to brush up a few things. Discord has made a lot of updates and added a lot of stuff you can do and change and spruce up. And I have not had the time to take advantage of any of those. So we will get there. We're making changes, and we're writing stuff down, and we're we're taking care of it. Like I was saying earlier, I guess I have to support myself making art while I'm trying to grow as a VTuber. So it's gonna be a little bit of a crawl. That's okay. I am I am patient and I am persistent, and the reward will be my artwork wiggling all over the screen. You can't stop me. I'm so motivated. Learning live 2D like rigging for models is really difficult, but I wanted to see Skuttz move around so bad. I saw other VTubers, I'm like, that could be me. I could graduate from a PNG tuber. And I made a crunch and did a little chibi. And I feel like if I went for it again, I could definitely see myself making some better progress. I learned some things. Don't touch the art mesh. I didn't understand why, and then Skutz's eyes bulge out. The shines do. And it's like, what the, oh. No way to fix it. I tried to fix it, it made it worse. So I just didn't save it. I was like, I guess this is the way she looks. It's fine. I have to take the whole artwork and like start over rigging it from scratch. I'm like, all right. I might make some adjustments to the art. All right, we're almost done with trees. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. This is not. This was supposed to be flat shaded. It looks too good. And like, I really like doing this sort of twisty, kind of fantasy-esque, like bark. I don't know. Leave me alone. I'm having fun. Although that's kind of one of those things where it's like, I like to do pay what you want sometimes, so that it depends on how much somebody wants to put into it, depends on how much time and attention I can give it, essentially. I get rid of the grid. Yeah. Yes, I like this. All right. So I'm like, well, I mean, if the time is kind of justified in there, I'm like, I'd rather do this. I basically have like a base price where it's like, this is the starting minimum. I feel like that's going to be covered.